Hello and welcome to the 10th episode of Doing It Down Under with Melbourne City FC and your host, the Philosopher 24. So this is our 10th episode, the Big 10. So, on today's agenda is we're going to discuss how we are doing in the league. We're over halfway now. I'm going to discuss the fixtures that have happened after the Melbourne victory 1-1 draw that we had in the last episode, and then I'm going to have the live com of the Wellington Phoenix game away. So let's go into the fixtures. So when I left you after the Melbourne Victory FC game, we went to Sydney Wanderers, who are kind of a bogey team, and we lost 4-0. 4-0, yep. We got dominated and hammered, and look at our ratings. I had to take Germano off because he was doing crap. I had to take Partaloo off, our captain, because he wasn't turning up. No one turned up, and of course we still had people out from the international duty, so that meant Charlie Davis had to start, and he has scored in these fixtures, but he just didn't turn up today. So we were a weakened side that lost 4-0 to Wanderers FC, with Tommy Juric getting 3 goals. He's an alright striker for this level. I mean, yeah, he's an alright. I wouldn't say he's the best, but we shouldn't have let him score 3 goals against us. Then, at this point, I thought, oh God, it's going to be a really crap month, as we had players out, as I said. But when we went away to Central Coast Mariners, which I think I've talked about before, how they are not achieving what I thought they would achieve this season with all their good players coming in. So we got a 1-1 draw. Charlie Davis scored. Of all the people. Yep, he scored in the second minute. Then we got an injury with Germano late on, but that was expected. Then before that, Richard Vernes scored, who has a really deadly scoring record against us. I think he scored like 3 in 4 now or something like that. It's ridiculous and it's so annoying. He never scores any other time, I think. Let's have a look. No, literally, I think he only scores against us because I think he scored a hat-trick against us last season, and now he scored 2 against us this season. So he only turns up when Melbourne City are in town. After that game, we were at home to Perth Glory, who are struggling this season again, and we managed to get a 2-0 win. You could say we didn't deserve it, but we took our chances. Only one chance, and at this point we still had players out. We played brilliantly in defence, like James Meredith getting an 8.1 and Zulu getting his 7.8 in a weaker position. So in the 34th minute, Michael Thwaite scored an own goal. I think he got a 6.3 in the end, which isn't that bad for a player that got an own goal. And then Charlie Davis in the 75th minute finished it off. So that was a good 2-0 solid victory. I love 2-0s because you keep a clean sheet and you score goals. One of my favourite results, I think. And then another home game against Adelaide United, who of course I think were our second loss of the season this season. And we had our players back this time, and we managed to dominate this game. One of the perfect games. We could have scored more, but we didn't. But we look at the chances and the possession stats. We dominated. Akiyoshi with a goal just before half time. We didn't look like losing this one. I mean, Massimo Luongo, don't think he actually got an assist, but he had another great game and managed to get man of the match from doing no goals or assists. So that obviously means he played absolutely brilliantly. So we went after that game to Brisbane, and of course we lost to them on the opening day of the season. But this time we managed to secure a 0-0 draw, and I think that shows how our defensive prowess has really solidified, and now we're defending resolutely against big sides. As you can see, I think our goalkeeper Redmayne has had 8 clean sheets, the most in the league, which is good. And we have a solid back 4 that I use most of the time, which is Germano, McGowan, Chapman, and Meredith, with Zulu fitting in for the full backs if any of them are injured. So Andy Herman with any of the centre backs. So we have a solid defence that knows each other and can work together to keep it tight at the back. And as you see, we dominated possession, but they just had one more chance than us. So, I'd say it was an even match. No one really deserved to win. And then the last game of this sector, you could say, was a home game against Newcastle Jets, which was another solidifying 2-0 win, which I always enjoy. And Karen Bullitt got on the score sheet again. I was a bit worried because he hadn't scored, as you can see, since he came back from the Australian Under-22 tournament, which the Australian team actually won, which was no fault of ours, really, because all our players were there. As you see, sarcasm. So we dominated it brilliantly, and Tatsuki Akiyoshi got another goal on the night, and our defence was solid as usual. So that leaves us third in the table. We slipped off from Melbourne victory, but that's only a 3-point gap, so we could track it down and maybe even potentially win the regular season. So at the moment, if things stay as they are, we would have to, if we wanted to get into Champions League in Asia, we would have to rely on Melbourne or Brisbane winning the final series, so we could get the Champions League. I think, I'm not sure. You have to, if you know how it kind of works, comment down in the comment section. It will really help me because I'm not sure. So yeah, we are in no danger really of falling out the playoffs. So we kind of secured our final series position with maybe a few more wins. 2, I think, probably would do nicely. Well, we need more than that, but 2 would probably be the lowest we can get. So yeah, that's the league. So let's get straight into the game against Wellington Phoenix, who I have a good record over. I was considering doing a Wellington Phoenix instead of a Melbourne City save, but I realised I don't think Wellington Phoenix can actually qualify for the Asian Champions League, so I didn't choose them in the end. So I chose Melbourne City FC. And I think the reason why Wellington can't get into the Champions League, Asian Champions League, is because they're in New Zealand. And that would be unfair, if that makes any sense. You get what I mean? Because New Zealand is in Oceania. So that's how it works, I think. So this is the team I'm starting with. I'm going to talk through the team a bit more maybe this time to see how you like it. So Andrew Redmayne has been our number 1 goalkeeper, so he starts in goal. Jonathan Germano will start right back, solid as usual. Malgowan and Chapman are both back from injury and international duty respectively. Then Zulu takes the place of Meredith, who has looked good, but I just want to give him a rest even though he's got 100% fitness. I think this would be a good game for Zulu just to assert maybe his number 1 position, I'm not sure. Then of course, the anchor man of Eric Partlou, our captain. Robert Corrin in the wide playmaking role. Luongo in the deep line playmaker role. Then Tatsuki Akiyoshi, who I think at the moment is better than Duff in the Duff position. And shadow striker is Alex. Moy is back, but I think I'm going to release him at the end of the season because he's only played 2 games this season, and of course because he's been out with injury. And last season he didn't really reach the heights that I would expect him to. And then our striker is Karen Bullitt, of course, who has the 3rd most goals in the league this season, even though he was missing for the whole of January. And then this is the bench. Read for yourself. So that's the team. So they fancy us to win this. We're evens, so we're favourites. He's performed to high standards, and I'm always looking for him to improve. I'm hoping for another clean sheet. I'll let my defending coach do that. So they're playing a 4-3-2-1 or a 4-3-3, whatever you want to call it. And I say we've been on a good run, or just say play your natural game. I have the faith. I have the faith. I have the faith. Oops, sorry, the sound was on. Should have checked beforehand. Just speed up the highlight. So they have an early chance, but Zulu manages to push it away. So this is, of course, our 2nd season in the save, and I will probably most likely be doing a different save with the save because, as some of you might know, I was sacked as Monaco boss, so that leaves a new save available. I've got one in mind, and I think I'm going to do it. So you should see a new save on my channel in the next week, or this week maybe, if you're lucky. So I hope you look forward to that. So there's been no chances really at the beginning of the game. Kieran Bullitt has picked up a knock, which is not good, really. That's a bit annoying. So I think I'm going to keep him on because Davis hasn't had the best of seasons so far. They have got a chance, but Boyd smashes it wide. We're not really getting into the game, so I'm just going to encourage them. Akiyoshi to Corin, tries a shot, his goalkeeper saves. Bullitt tries to run into the defence, but he gets halted. So we're kind of not doing that well. Germano to Corin, to Germano, to Bullitt, finds no one. Brokey can take it away. Will he find a pass? He finds McGlinchley. Chapman helps out in the defence, and Bullitt is on. No, he's not. Chapman again clears up in defence. Luongo tries to find Bullitt, but he can't. Alex finds Germano. Bullitt, can he finish it? Of course he can. If I had one person in the whole entire team that would be in that position and score that goal, it would be Bullitt. He is lethal from there. He is like the fox in the box. He would be like a Nugent, you know. He probably gets called up to the international Australian squad, and he scores a tap-in that wasn't even his. That's what I think Bullitt has. But he's brilliant. Redmayne with a good save from a free kick there. The Bonaventia, who is, I think, Dutch and one of their marquee players, tries the corner, but it fails, of course. Bullitt, can he get this ball? He will, and the goalkeeper saves it. I think that was Moss who saves it, the international New Zealand goal. Lee. So Corin hasn't had a good game, so I'm going to take him off for Retry, I think. I will. Zulu hasn't had a good game, so I think I'm going to bring Meredith on, because he's got 100% fitness as well. So I'm going to say, that wasn't the best, but see, I know you can do better, because I can. Because they always don't seem to turn up as much for live comms as they do when I'm playing on by myself off screen. So this could be a chance because the highlights kept on going. Boyd, nope, goes well wide. We got a corner. Akiyoshi finds no one, but Partaloo can bring it back out. Akiyoshi, the frame rate's dropping. Why is that happening? Why is the frame rate dropping? It's back. It's better now. Bonaventia to McGlinchley, to Brokey, to Burns. Brokey scores the goal that levels Wellington, which is annoying. What shall I change? I might just say don't work the ball into box. Luongo with a free kick. He has been so unlucky because he's been trying free kicks all the time and they just don't seem to go in, and they're just like inches wide, which is very frustrating. We've got lots of possession now, but we can't do anything with it. Burns, sloppy goalkeeping for Redmayne means that we are now 2-1 down to Wellington Phoenix, which we don't deserve to be. Quite disappointed at that. Redmayne has been solid all year, and now he's on a 6.2. I'm not happy. I'm going to put it onto flexible and attacking. McGlinchley to Musket. Finds Brokey. Can he turn? He does, but he can't find the net. Musket to Burns to Fenton, and that is 3-1. We have not turned up. We have the possession, but we can't do anything with it. Defence, I've been saying they've been brilliant all pre-match build-up, and now we can concede 3. I don't get it. Is it just the curse of the live com? So annoying. But hey ho, we must carry on off screen and hopefully pick up some wins. And maybe you'll see some wins on the last game of the season, of the regular season. I'm going to say that wasn't good enough. Yeah. So that, luckily, I think other teams lost today. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Melbourne lost. Oh, that was our chance. And Brisbane lost. That was our chance to go top, and we screwed it up. At least we now have only one goal difference to Brisbane Roar. Could you take that as a positive? I'm not sure, because now we're closer of going out of the top 6, which is a bit scary. But hopefully Melbourne and Brisbane can drop more points and we can gain points, because I think we play Melbourne soon and Brisbane in our 3rd game against them of the season. So hopefully we can regain those points. We were lucky there, because they could have extended the gap. Oh, is Bullet injured? 6 to 8 days. Not that bad. He might be back. No, he won't be back for the next game. So I shall probably meet you back. No, I will meet you back for the last game of the season away to Adelaide United. Hopefully by then we will have secured the final series playoffs and maybe even secured top 2. So look forward to that. Look forward to my new series on the channel coming up. I've been the Philosopher 24. This has been Melbourne City FC, and I'm out.